Hi there, I'm Adam Kirbers and this is my novel. Listen, Lucy has a nightmare again. Special Agent Lucy Knight. She is a member of the FBI Behavioral Unit and she wiggles in bed. She's uncomfortable. She has the same nightmare she had all her life. The nightmare, these experiences, they ail her, they prostrate her. It is the same every day. She assumes that she's somewhere else, far away. She is in hell. And only her will to fight brings her back. Only her mental war against this nightmare and this search for the saving mattress underneath her saving bedroom in her home. Only this will brings her back. She opens the eyes. She feels the mattress underneath her. She is safe. She is not there in this different world. In this world where she is searching for something. Where she walks through hell. She looks around in her bedroom. She's exhausted. This is not what you're supposed to be. Wake up after a nightly sleep and still be exhausted. She doesn't feel rested. Lucy feels this downbeat and downcast on her entire body. She feels beaten, exhausted day by day. But she is glad at least, glad that it is morning. She looks next to her. Someone is supposed to be lying there, lying next to her. Comfort her. But the place next to her is empty. And she feels uncomfortable. Last night, she went out again. She went to a bar. She picked up a guy. She does this occasionally. Occasionally when the fear of being alone or having to go home alone, having to face the dark is too unbearable. This fear then grabs her, grapples her, paralyzes her, and then she needs someone who is with her. Lucy, despite the fact that she was always smart, she was always an ingenious girl who did well in school, but she is socially awkward and she knows that. She can't make friends. She can't make people like her. In school, she had hardly any friends and she somehow doesn't know how to act around them, what to say, what you want to say, how to make friends, what is necessary to make one liked. She never understood that. She never had the right answers. She never understood how small talk works, that in small talk it is common that you do not say the truth, that you listen to people and cheer them up, lie to them, everything will be fine. Don't worry, things will work out then. For Lucy, these things, they were never authentic. They were far-fetched. She could not be around them. She always yearned for real friendship, for people with whom she can experience whatever friendship means. Lucy, in a way, thinks of herself as an emotional cripple. She gets up, still uncomfortable. This person she met last night and brought home to have sex with, because she has to give them something. Lucy has an ambiguous perspective on sexuality. She likes it, yes, but something is missing in sex, or just pure sex. If you have just a coitus, if there's something missing, and she feels that she wants this more. Many people dream about this thing that is called love, but she does not know how to get there. And sometimes sex and just sex, feeling pleasure with her body alone and not with her mind, not caring who this person is with whom one has sex, is emotionally soothing as well as exciting as well. So sex for Lucy has two faces. And last night, this was rather the latter. She enjoyed herself physically, but now in the morning she feels uncomfortable. Where is this guy? He's supposed to be lying next to her. He could be everyone. He could be a psychopath, or he could be a pervert. A pervert who makes or takes photos from her while she sleeps, while she's naked, while she's vulnerable. This is not something you do. You do not entrust yourself to nobodies. Despite the fact that Lucy has a knack for seeing through people, seeing their true personalities, their characters, and she likes to intimidate man or go for man who in a way are easy controllable, not because she likes these men in general. No, she rather prefers independent and strong men, but she feels vulnerable as well. She feels that something is wrong with her, that she has this fear, this existential fear of the dark and having to be alone. And she cannot make anyone understand who is independent. She assumes a man who is independent, a man who stands with both feet in life, probably wouldn't even care for her at all. Probably would even walk past her or see their mental damages she's carrying with herself. Lucy had over the years learned to cover up, learned how to take her private life out of plain sight. She tried to do it. This is what she learned from her parents. Her parents, whenever someone was on a visit, came to visit them, her parents, they were fine hosts. They were fun-loving. At least they could act like it. They were funny. They would make funny jokes. It was always as if this would be a nice, good family. People who get along well. And Lucy occasionally even enjoyed when someone came over to visit them. Then she would see the good side of her parents. She would see the role activity thing. And it was for me, her parents, even though they were not professional actors and actresses, they could give a fine performance. Yeah. People believed them. They could not see through them that this warm, joyous, amiable family, this amiable behavior is actually not real, just for the show. And once those visitors left, Lucy saw the real faces of their parents. They were mostly taciturn. They would mostly snarl and snicker at each other. They would hate each other and hurl insults at each other. They would not even sleep in the same room. They would drop all pretense. Everything before was nothing but supposititious. And Lucy had to live through these shows, through these pretense. And she sort of adopted to this role play. Everything is fine. She needed it. That's why she never talked with anyone what happened to her. She never talked with anyone about her fear, about her mortal fear of being alone when it is dark. She rather preferred that people in the FBI bureau and outside think of her as a whore, as a woman who could be possibly a liability for the FBI. Head of the FBI, Harry Mime. He's one of those guys who sticks to Lucy, but not because he approves her behavior. Because 1 year ago, this news broke. This news broke in the FBI that apparently one female employee has a lot of sexual intercourse with various men, with different men. This was a revolting attitude or a revolting news for many male FBI agents. A woman who has sex with a lot of men and she works for the FBI, this would be all a dishonor. And it would tarnish the reputation of the FBI if this is actually true. And it was true, because some of the men Lucy had sex with, they came actually forward. They talked about her. They recognized her. And they talked pretty much freely about having sex with her. Some of these men, some of them reported false things like which sex position he had sex with her. How amazing Lucy apparently likes to get fucked from behind, and that she mourned like a whore. And this, back then, they did not know that she's from the FBI, but now it even feels more enjoyable. They feel even more pleasure that they had nailed an FBI woman. And some of the men in the bureau thought this as a disgrace, and that this woman, who is a liability to the FBI, should be thrown out of the office right away. But Harry Mame decided against it, even though he knew that this is not a behavior someone from